okay? Now just below the duodenum, sitting in its curve, is what looks like a slice of roast beef, and that is actually the pancreas right here. Sits right in the curvature. On this cat, there's the pancreas. And I'll come show it to you at your tables too. It looks like roast beef, and it's just, if the duodenum's curved like that, the roast beef is sitting right into it. I know, right? Now, in between the pylorus of the stomach and the duodenum is a sphincter that controls the emptying of your stomach, and that is called the pyloric sphincter. Again, it would be right there, right at the junction of the pylorus and the duodenum, pyloric sphincter. Now, the rest of this small intestine is all, we're going to call it small intestine, right? But when you fan it out to look, you're going to notice that there's what looks like a really pretty, colorful web, right? The pink and yellow, that is mesentery. It's connected to all of the small intestine. It nourishes it, keeps it from tangling up. That's mesentery. You fan it out, it's really pretty. And so when you have your cat, you're going to need to follow the duodenum, go through the small intestine, notice the mesentery, and try to find the end of the small intestine. I just had it. Okay, so small intestine. Okay, here. Nope, not it. Here we go. When you find the last part of the small intestine, you'll know that's the ileum, and you'll know you found it because you're going to see what looks like a blind-ended C-shaped pouch. That's the cecum. You'll know it better when you have it in your hands. It's a lot easier to see, but if you notice, I can put my probe in there. See how that little tip just kind of goes nowhere? That's the cecum. And that means that this part going into it is the ileum. And in between the ileum and the cecum is another valve right at the junction called the ileocecal valve. Let's find the ileum and the cecum here. This one's a little bit nicer because look, I can really see that that's small intestine and that's large intestine. Look how big that is and how small that is. So ileum, there's my blind-ended cecum, and then I go into the large intestine. Okay? So the ileocecal valve would be right at the junction. Now, the large intestine technically should be cecum in the beginning, that blind pouch, and then